as soon as everyone is ready to go. In fact, I think that's right now.
All right. Looks like we're starting.
I'm just looking up the records. I'm looking up Sten's record right now. His record on the speedrun.com leaderboard, and I don't know if this is up to date or not. It was a year ago. His record at the time was a 33:12. So, like I said, he's only 20 seconds, less than 20 seconds behind the top times. All it takes is a slip up from deisui, and Sten can take one of these races today, or maybe even both.
Oh, absolutely. They've both been practicing a lot, so it's going to be a close race.
Yeah, it should be a very good race here between two top runners. So this is going to be a treat. The runners are going for a I think it's a 362 in this stage. 361, sorry. 361 I meant to say, but 361 is the best. 360 is ideal. Looks like deisui has some Japanese alerts coming up. We will not mind those. Looks like his chat is going on his side. Sten is, meanwhile, running a good stream here, and both runners are going through Yoshi's Island 3 right now. Swag Yoshi coin, why not?
Yeah.
So they're going to be going for a 259 here, unless you are W. Carrick, then you want 258.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Carrick.
Yep. I am familiar with that emote.
Like we're not seeing Poverty 258 today.
Yeah, 259 for both runners. Very nice. That could be a very tough.
Poverty Iggy.
That could be a very tough stage to learn at first too. Being a vertical stage, there's a lot of there's some blind jumps you have to just have faith in. So it takes a little learning to do that stage. Yoshi's Island 4, meanwhile, there's a swag shell jump that will allow them to save a second if they go for it. Sten went for it. Sten got it. deisui, I think, ended up in the drink. So that's going to give Sten a little bit of a time gain here.
276. Don't see that often.
Yep, that's what the shell jump will give you. 275 is the normal time without the shell jump, because you end up in the drink, and that slows you down temporarily. So over to East Castle we go, and they're going in pretty much in sync here. And they're going to
small Mario to make that jump, so they don't hit the Koopa. That's why they don't collect any power-ups initially.
Yep, that's exactly what I was about to say. You took it right out of my mouth. Perfect. Now, sometimes some runners will go for the a little bit of swag here. It doesn't do anything, but they'll try and jump off the end block and go through one of these dropping, crushing things here. We'll see if they do that on the next crusher or not. It's just swag. It doesn't do anything.
Sometimes for swag, they drop the mushroom and stuff, but we're not seeing that this run.
No, not today. They're all business right now. And did you see a boss on that platform? I didn't see it on deisui's side.
I saw 2 Poverty Iggies, though.
I saw a couple fireballs, but I don't know. Anyway, 240 from deisui, 239 from Sten. deisui gets that second back from Yoshi's Island 4. So they're pretty much right where they were at the end of Yoshi's Island 3 now. deisui is about a second or 2 ahead here in real time. So as the text says, we're going to move on to Donut Plains. The only reason I know that is because I have the English version of the game. Makes sense. I still remember the days playing this on a cartridge.
Oh yeah, me too. Got this game when it first came out.
I was actually going through a storage unit about 3 months ago, and I actually found my old Super Nintendo and a bunch of games. So I'm looking forward to start streaming and get some of those playing once I can hook it up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Looking forward to that. Looks like we're not seeing either of them because they're doing such high cape flies.
Yeah, I swear we have runners, and I swear there's a stage, so you're going to have to trust us on this. There we go. 362 from both runners. Very well done for the cape fly.
Now they get to swim with the fishies.
Welcome to the slow portion of the run, or at least one of them. We have 3 in total. Yeah, this is like you said, it's the Sleeping Fishes level, and
going up to get the shell.
Yep, Go into the
They can
dry
swim
dock, get the
faster.
shell, drop down. Both do it very nicely, very cleanly. 274 entering the pipe.
He wanted the P-switch.
Yeah, they want the
P-switch
P-switch
feel
because
like
the
blue
shell
ball.
Sorry, they want the P-switch because, unlike the shell, the P-switch won't die to an enemy if they accidentally hit the enemy, so that's why they go for the P-switch. And over to the ghost house, and well, this is the not so spooky ghost house because Nintendo tried to make it spooky, but just run, fly, and ignore all those little things trying to drop down from above.
This is the runner's favorite ghost house because there's so little to do and you can get it done so quick.
Exactly. And I've seen this done in the no cape version too. It's almost fascinating way to see how runners in that category just go right up to the ghost, spin, jump, bop off them, and basically lure them where they want to go, and they get out quickly just doing that. Really amazing to see a run like that too.
Using those Calco strats.
Exactly.
No
Calco is who I had in mind. So we're now in Yoshi's Island 3, and we're in the first of a few flyovers here. Well, not really the first, the second if you count Yoshi's Island, or Donut Plains 1. But again, there is a stage down there. You see the Koopas, you see a pipe going by. You're going to have to trust us, there's more under there, but not a lot of it is actually land, which is why they like to fly over this stage.
And we're going to be seeing that with the next stage, too.
Well, unlike this stage, the next stage does have a lot of land underneath, but you just really want to go as fast as you can, so they're going to...
Some runners like to get the safety Yoshi, but not these top-tier runners.
Yeah, we are not going to see Yoshi until Forest of Illusion 1. And even then, it will be a very, very short stay that we have with... Poor Yoshi will die in a wall. May he live forever.
And the Yoshi might not cooperate.
If he knew what was going on, he wouldn't. Can you just imagine if Yoshi popped out of the egg and, oh, it's you, and ate him?
Now we got Morton's Castle, where they gotta fly with a spring, and Sten missing his flight speed. Uh-oh, that's gonna cost him some time.
This is gonna hurt him. He got it this time. First try! Yeah!
Deisui, though, missing a cycle, so...
Ooh.
It's not good for him either.
Can Sten get up there quickly and recover a lot of time?
And he does.
He got it. He's recovered a lot of time here. This is good for Sten. And it looks like Deisui missed the second try as well, is going with without the spring, so he's going to have to wait for the cycle here too. This is a huge time advantage for Sten right now. This is just what Sten needed.
Exactly. Well, there's a lot of race left to go and a lot of screw-ups they still can make.
Yeah, this is, remember, a 2 out of 3 series, so those of you in chat and after the race on YouTube watching us on the VOD, this is a 2 out of 3 race. You see the stars underneath of each runner on the left and right respectively. Those stars represent wins. Light 2 of those up, you win the match, you move on to the top 8. If your opponent does that and you fail, you're out of the tournament.
They're going home, which they're already at home.
Yeah, they're at home, so I guess you just go sleep it off or something like that. So the runners are trying to get a cape fly and pound so they don't have to... Oh, no.
Wanting to fall into a pit instead, so...
He did get the... I was about to say that the goal is to get the beetle and fly up, but unfortunately Sten had a problem and misjudged where to land with the Buzzy Beetle in hand, and instead of flying up into the area with the key, he fell into a pit instead, and he's gone all the way back to Yoshi's Island, or Donut Plains 1, just to get a cape.
Yeah, Deisui's made up a lot of time with that.
he's taken a good lead at this point.
Hopefully Sten does not screw that up again. Oof.
That would not be good. Now, this is the Japanese version, so those of you on the American version, that coin he just got would be a cape. So he doesn't have a cape right now. He's going to have to rely on a shell jump in order to pull off any chance here. And this, again, these shell jumps, oh no, he misjudged it again. Oh no.
Back to Donut Plains 1 for that cape.
Off we go back to Donut Plains.
And
this is going to cost him a lot of time.
1-5 from his exit.
So
getting bonus stars actually gives you lag in this game. Not that much, but a little tiny bit.
Meanwhile, deisui, meanwhile, flying over Vanilla Secret 2, well ahead at this point, 3 stages ahead at this point. He's about to enter the Yoshi buffet. The good news is we don't have Yoshi, so the dolphins are going to live today, as they would on the American version as well.
Yoshi likes his dolphins in Japan.
Oh, he had to use a backup strap, as Sten finally got up there. So Sten is finally going to move on to Vanilla Secret 1, but he's lost a significant portion of time there. I don't like to call the odds of a winner at this point in the race, but the odds are very much in deisui's favor at this point. It would take massive mistakes, such as on the Roy fly, or some other kind of major mistake in order to
clip fail.
Yeah, clip fail. Exactly, to get Sten back in this race. So yeah, it's not over, but the chances are looking very much like deisui most likely winning game 1, but it is still early. We'll see what happens.
Let's see if deisui despawns this thwomp here.
Yes, do you want to go ahead and explain that?
He goes to a certain point of the level,
right after the
thwomp spawns. Not now, but at this part.
And he did it, so the thwomp is not there.
Yeah.
The idea is you spin your cape in a certain way, in a certain frame, and the thwomp somehow gets tricked into not existing. And it doesn't save much time, only about a half second at most, because you don't have to wait for the thwomp to drop. You don't have to lure it down.
Nice Reznor, though.
Very nice Reznor, yes. So 12:30, we're running at 12:40 right now. You notice his timer was red. For a moment, he is tracking his splits, obviously, against his, most likely his PB. Yep. So that's why the timer is changing colors from red back to green. It shows he's within his PB times, but when it turns red, he's not as PB anymore.
And we got Butterbridge 1. Get your resident sleepers out.
Yep, get the resident sleepers in chat, or if you want to, get your request for Vine Clip in chat. See if we get a Vine Clip today. This Vine Clip, are you familiar with this Vine Clip, Frank?
The duplicating.
Yeah, the duplicating block glitch, exactly. There's a way you can duplicate a block in the stage and cause it to turn into a vine when hit with a shell. So let's see if he actually goes for a shell and goes for that swag today, or whether he just stays all business.
I didn't want to hit the other Koopa to try to get his 1-up. That's depressing.
Sten's probably okay without having to worry about 1-ups.
Yeah, they both don't need him.
I have seen some runners actually go for the swag of and one runner went so far as to show how many 1-ups he could get this stage, just to show off how many can be done. I think the record for a race is 10. That's pretty close to how high you can go to. I'm not sure if there's 1 or 2 more he could have gotten, but he got 10 in a race once, as well as on commentary.
Oof, hit from Reznor.
No, there goes another cape.
But Sten recovers just fine. He might have to do the cape duplicating glitch in Butterbridge 1. And that scared me with deisui for a second. Thought he was going to fall and restart the whole level.
Yeah, that's important to note. If deisui were to fall here, and I didn't mention this as one of the possible slowdowns, if deisui got careless and fell here, he'd be back to the start of a 2-minute auto-scroller, and they'd be at the same point right now. As it is, deisui is leaving us, Sten is entering the stage. So if you're a fan of Sten, you can get your resident sleepers in the chat. If you're a fan of deisui, let's do a flyover.
Or just put your resident sleepers in chat anyway.
And this is still a fairly easygoing stage, but starting in the next stage, this is where the difficulty will really start to ramp up. I want to say that Ludwig's Castle is where the difficulty really starts to show up in some of these stages.
I agree with that.
Sten going for the 1-ups because, well, why not?
Yeah.
I think he picked up 4 there. He has 9 now. Plus, he was small. He couldn't really float, so he had no choice but to bop on all the Koopas.
Now we're gonna get to see a hopefully flawless Ludwig run. Here's hoping.
Sten has the shell. He is gonna go for the cape duplication, I believe.
I would if I was him.
It doesn't seem to be working.
Nice flyover by deisui.
And then Sten just hit the coin block and gave up, so he threw the shell away. No cape yet. So now the question will be, will he try to go back, get a cape, do the flyover, or will he just do the stage normally? I think there's a cape in the stage. He can just get it from one of the Koopas, so he'll probably start the stage normally, get the cape, and then do the flyover.
Now I wonder if deisui's going to go for wings in FOI 1 because he knows that he's so far in the lead right now. If he wants to risk it.
Yeah, if he's watching the stream, he may just do some safe strats to make sure he stays right where he is. And this means that we may not see the sandbar clip later on either.
We're going to see attempts from Sten, though.
Very possibly. And deisui is staring at a bandaged hill that he hurt. And, castles these days, they're not built to code. I mean, if you're building a castle with jet fuel underneath, there's a problem.
They should build their castles like Ganon builds his towers.
Weak and easy to take down.
Alright, he's got the shell. Think he's gonna go for the...
Oh, I thought deisui fell in the pit for a second. That was close.
Oof. And he misses the dupe.
Not going to waste too much time with it. He knows he's well in the lead. No sense hanging around and crying over spoiled milk. So he's just going to go and go straight to the end and just go with his green Yoshi. Take the 6-second time lock.
And we're going to be seeing the Ludwig fight the old-fashioned way because no Fire Flower.
Yeah, this is, again, a massive time loss. Compared to what deisui lost on missing the duplication, this is a much bigger time loss. But Sten did get the air hit, so he managed to skip a cycle. And as you said, first try for deisui on the Yoshi clip, so solidifying his lead.
Oh, definitely. deisui is not playing around.
So for those not familiar, that key that normally gains access to the blue switch house, but we don't need switches. We're going to just go without them. Who needs switches?
Yeah, it's speedrunning.
Exactly.
People in chat are saying this is a weird run.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too. That is actually one of our runners, I believe, in the tournament, Mike the Pone Star.
Yep.
Something, I think he's referring to Sten and the fact that things are just not going well with him for capes in this run.
Well, it's best out of two out of three, so next run could be better.
Sten didn't stop for a Fire Flower from that block, which I find interesting because he will need a Fire Flower later on for if he wants to get a quick Roy kill.
Yep.
And that's a power balloon, and
he got foiled.
Sten needs to move on and make sure he doesn't have any further issues. Ooh, that is interesting. He took damage on Yoshi.
Another big 1-5.
He lost his cape while he was on Yoshi. How did that happen? deisui succeeding in Roy Fly. He further solidifies his lead at this point.
Ooh.
Ooh, almost lost it there. Saved it. He would have had to go back for another cape if he missed that, but pulls it out.
And now we're seeing Sten go get his cape so he could try to do Yoshi clip.
Yep. And start selecting out. No need to finish it again. And it's Yoshi clip time. That was an unfortunate time loss. I'm not sure how he lost the cape initially there, but it happened.
Well, at least he decided to work well with him.
Yep, he does get the first try clip, and bye, Yoshi. We'll miss you. Love you always.
Later, Yosh. Alright, now we get to go to Chocolate Island 1. Where we get to see more flying.
I don't see a lot of chocolate here.
Me neither.
I just see a sky and some clouds. That's all I'm seeing. Oh, there's a pipe.
And Dino Rhiners.
So, deisui is trying to come out of the pipe at cape fly speed, which is faster than regular fly speed. He succeeds. So he's rocket caping it right now. And I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I think you're about 10 or 11 frames faster coming out of the pipe at rocket fly speed than you are normally.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you can also control your flight speed too by pressing right while you're flying to get that perfect speed.
We're now in this spookiest ghost house with all these flying demons and a fishing boo with purifying fire. Needless to say, touch the fire, you will be purified. So he's trying to fly over. He's trying to find a way down. He gives up the because he had the cape out. Obviously, he can go through the boo and not lose his cape. He's now using the same. He goes so fast it's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see how Sten's cape flight goes.
First try.
Looking pretty well.
Yep. And he does get over on the immediate jump, so that's slight gain on deisui, who had to recoil and do the regular jump. But given how far behind Sten is at this point, it may not do much. deisui seems to be on point right now with his first run.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to take a major screw-up from deisui for Sten to get back in this race.
Or just a major unfortunate circumstance or two.
Yep.
Not so much screw-up as unfortunate circumstance. So deisui needed to get to this area with 250 seconds or more remaining. If he got to the pipe in the previous area of this stage, Chocolate Island 2, he would have had a different map and he would have gone to the regular exit. Speedrunners usually don't have that problem, and even casual runners can get there with 270 plus.
Alright, now we're in the Chocolate Secret.
It's interesting how this is Chocolate Secret, but the liquid in here is just lava. Probably because we're in the Valley of Bowser at this point.
Yep, no cape flying down the ramps. Oh, there we go. There's some cape skills.
Yeah, he's doing the spin cape. I used to just slide down, but then I'm a filthy casual. That last ramp was not conducive to sliding either, so...
I like Sten doing that backwards flight.
A little swag fly there. And Sten picked up another 15. Sten picked up another 15 stars along the way somewhere. So something to note about that. If those not familiar with Super Mario World, if you were to get 100 of those stars over the course of a run, repeatedly as well, you would enter a very, very slow and obnoxious bonus game. Slow and obnoxious because you have to hit a bunch of blocks. And then you have to wait for a pipe to drop mushrooms to collect. And then you have to wait for mushroom to basically wait for the celebratory music to end and then hold up his fingers in a peace sign to you. And needless to say, it slows you down. So they're not going to go for 100 stars here today.
Now we got Wendy's Castle, where it looks like Deisui is going through those cape glitching through those spinners. Nice.
Sten, meanwhile, gets through the purifying fire. Good first phase of the castle by Deisui.
And I want to say good second phase as well.
Well, we're not quite there yet. We're going through it right now. Yep, that was a good second phase.
Yep. I had faith in him.
Yep. Wendy spawning in the furthest possible spot from...
Ooh, got hit by a powder.
Lost his cape. Lost his cape. Ooh, that's Poodaboo. Wendy is down, though. What? That's what it's called.
But he'll get his cape back real easily in the sunken ghost ship.
Very quickly. It just takes a 2-second detour to get another cape. Maybe 3, I don't know. Haven't actually timed it. And we are going to the sunken ghost ship, which is modeled. I'm not going to go into the whole history of it, but it's modeled after the ghost ships in Super Mario Bros. 3. And we're going to have a mystical item located at the bottom of this ghost ship, which we will describe when we get there. Which is also a callback to Super Mario Bros. 3. I kind of like the symbolism here.
The meme was started by Dots saying it right into his microphone.
And someone carried it on in AGDQ this year. I heard them calling every circular object by that name.
More like he killed it
during the run.
AGDQ.
Yeah, it was overused. It was overused. Leave it with this. We don't need it anywhere else.
Let's see if he gets the boo ring despawn.
To describe the boo ring despawn, he would move his screen such that he's on the right side of the screen as he's moving. And if he can maintain the ghost cycles on the screen that he's having now long enough as he goes to the... Oh, he's going to do it. He's getting it easily. Look at this.
First despawn, second despawn. The pro.
I did not expect it to go that long. That was very well done. So now we're at the final phase, and we're just in free fall mode. Killing some of the Koopas along the way to get rid of some of the leg.
And Sten about to go into Wendy.
Wendy will fall again. Meanwhile, we are at the bottom of the sunken ghost ship, and we are collecting a magical orb. Get those orb emotes in chat.
I think there's a new orb emote that just came out.
Oh, interesting.
With Haxor's face on it.
Good start to Wendy's Castle by Sten here. He's going to get through this without a second drop from those spikes. And good second fit. Oh, really good first map.
He's weaving through those moles. Really good.
Got hung up on a block there for a second there. And misjudged that jump. He lost some speed there, but he got through a very tight squeeze there. Very nicely done. So not perfect, but still pretty good second map.
Let's see if the Potobos get Sten this time. No, well
down. Cape maintained. And he may go for a second cape from the sunken ghost ship. We will see here as Deisui going into VOB 2. And VOB 2 is much different from VOB 1 because we're going to have a... You see those platforms going up and down. We're going to have one that we have to basically use to maneuver through the second half of the level here. Second segment, I should say. Second third of the level. And this is where a sandbar glitch would come in if we see a sandbar glitch. I doubt he will go for it, but let's find out if he does.
Oh, he's going for it, and he
went
failed.
This way, he took the death. Why not? He had a good enough lead. He wanted to see if he could pull it off for some sway. He can afford it. He's just showing off at this point. But he'll take the loss. He probably won't try that again. Or maybe he will. He did get a second cape. Maybe he is trying again since he wants to... Oh, he's lost some time there. He's going to have to fly up there now. Yeah, he's missing a cycle. Exactly.
Maybe he's feeling bad for Sten and wants him to catch up.
Nope, I was taking it easy. Yeah, I knew he would take it easy that time. You try it once, and if it fails, don't spend too much time on it, because you're going to let your opponent catch up if you do. Back to business. Now let's see if Sten gets the boo ring despawn here. We'll get the first one. Oh, he's getting both. He's getting both. Yeah. Both times, I didn't think the boos would go that long. That was very well done by both of them.
Now we got a drop on Sten's side and auto-scrolling sandbar on deisui side.
And no more auto-scrolling sandbar. Now we have the crushing sandbar, which will be avoided because he's going to get on the edge. There's a small gap that you won't get to see because he flew up instead. So, there's the key. He's off to Valley Fort, and Frank, you're...
Orb.
Orb. It's just to explain what deisui just did there. He actually screen scrolled so that he would go all the way to the right of the screen before the map starts scrolling. This delays the spawn of the spikes and causes the cycle to not start. That allows him to get through the first cycle of those spikes there at the very start of the stage. So now he's going to try to maintain P-speed through a very, very fast-moving segment of spikes. He does it.
It's harder than it looks.
It is. He makes it look easy. But remember, this is the stage right before Bowser. So it's going to be hard.
And nice Reznor kill.
Very nice. So it's time for the big turtle. I may or may not have stolen that line and modified it a little bit. Sten, meanwhile, taking a cape parade.
The dark room that's not so dark.
Yeah, it's not dark at all. I can see just fine. I even saw the door there. You saw that door he entered, right?
It's like he had the lamp on him.
Like dark rooms. It's a runner. It says inherent skill. Dark rooms. Totally within logic in this case.
Exactly. He's gonna fly up and get the first Mecha Koopa hit on him.
And that one's poofed out of existence. Sten did not go for sandbar, it looks like.
Playing it safe.
Having a little bit of a leg spike there. That does happen.
Now we're gonna go into phase 2, and deisui is gonna get ball skip. If he hits him right after the first ball drops.
Yeah, he's going to farm that Mecha Koopa's life and make sure it does not go away at any time. Because, as you said, ball skip, after the first ball falls, he's going to go and cause a bout of amnesia from Bowser and cause him to not drop the second bowling ball. Right there.
There we go.
Amnesia triggered, and time for more Mecha Koopas. And this one will become alive.
One for jump skip.
Yep, I was just going to say, he'll same thing. He's going to keep this one alive for jump skip. They'll take 3 jumps off of the cycle.
Yep, 5 instead of 8. Ben says sometimes he struggles to see the dark room when there's sunlight.
And ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat for deisui, who at this point is going to take game 1 of this 3 games. His official SRL time is his official SRL time, if I can find it, is 35 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's like an average run for a tournament.
Yeah, I think what happened is he might have forgotten to do the dot done because 3506, that's a lot different from the time on his screen, 3424. So I think it was just a case where he forgot to dot done. We have been told, like, again, that SRL has been having problems today. So we're probably going to go with a 3424 in this case as the time. Not that it really means anything from a scoring perspective. It's still 1-0.
Yeah, make it look nicer. I like 3424 better. We got Sten with his Bowser fight.
We should probably put that star up there for him, too. I'll handle that aspect.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Wait.
Yeah, it's okay. I think you said it's your first time doing this. I can handle that. So we got the star up there now.
Nice. And we're going to see Capeless Bowser from Sten.
By the way, I'm going to parody the meme. Star. Why? Because why not?
Yeah, why not? Such a long wait for him to drop that ball.
It is.
Feels like an eternity. Feels like Butterbridge won.
Get your resident sleepers in chat while we wait for the bowling ball to drop.
Sten likes playing with his Mega Koopa. And nice hit. And get your GGs out for Sten. Nice Bowser fight.
His official SRL time is 37:24 in second place.
That's almost a 3-minute difference.
Yeah, Sten had a few very unfortunate circumstances in that race that just cost him a lot of time, and that's all it took.
Exactly.
When you make one mistake at this level, that costs a lot of time. So the runners are going to be getting ready for their second race. What we're going to do is we're going to go into a temporary standby phase here while we get them ready for that race. Stay tuned for more of the Super Mario World No Star World Tournament. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
All right, be back.
And welcome back, everyone. Thank you for staying with us for the Super Mario World No Star World Tournament. Top 16. We're coming to close to finalizing our top 8. We are getting ready for race number 2 between Sten and deisui. And with me again, Frank on a bun.
Yo.
So,
about to start in a minute.
Sorry?
They're just about to start, I think.
Yep. While we're waiting for that, just to cover some of the names in this tournament that are in the top 8 that these runners are going to be facing if they move on. The next opponent for one of these runners will be Seathorn, waiting for them in the top 8. One of these 3 will have to face either Louis or Ben in the semifinals. And other runners in the top 8 at this point include Maiba, Fitz, Silver Star, and Umarius. This is actually the last round of the top 16. Then our top 8 will be finalized after that. So 9 rounds left in this tournament. We're going to be down to our top 8 after this second and possibly third round.
Yep.
So remarks on what Sten will need to do in this second race to keep himself in it, because again, if he loses this race, this is the end for him. He won't be continuing in the tournament at that point. What I would say, he had some problems with the Cape Fly, I noticed in Morton's Castle, but the big problem was the Vanilla Dome 1. He needs to get that consistent Vanilla Dome Cape Fly in there. That is a very difficult stage. I can consent that it is a difficult stage. I would probably take a long time figuring it out myself because I've never actually run that stage like that. But if he can manage that good, consistent fly, then he'll be good to go.
At least they're not doing the all castles Vanilla Dome 1 strat. They screwed that up. They got to restart the level.
Yeah, sometimes these level restarts can be painful. We are underway.
Rough.
So the intro screen strategy. Sten does a little jump. He's eager to fix the wrongs from his last race and come back in this series. deisui is just chilling. Staring at the apple across from him and probably a little hungry. So back in Yoshi's Island 2, we begin again. And no one-up strats from either of these runners. Sten taking a shell with him, curiously.
You think we're going to see any 361s?
We'll see. If they can maintain optimal speed, it could happen.
Get that millisecond advantage.
We have a 361 from deisui, 360 from Sten. There's your millisecond advantage. So now
deisui just has to hold on to that.
Yep. All it takes to win is a millisecond. No ties there.
As we saw with the Fitz and Dots race.
I think I actually missed that one. What happened? It just was that close?
It was photo finish.
Oh, man. I need to go back and watch that then. Holy cow. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that one. Anyway, Sten and deisui going through Yoshi's Island 3 now, which logically follows Yoshi's Island 2. You may ask where Yoshi's Island 1 is. It leads to the yellow switch house. We don't need switches. We're ignoring it. We have 259s from both runners. So, W. Carrick, you lose.
Womp womp.
So off to Yoshi's Island 4, not much more we can say than last time. Sten got the shell jump the last time. Let's see if deisui goes for it this time. And Sten will probably go for it again. Both runners, it looks like, went for it and missed it.
Oof.
So 275 for both runners. Not bad.
And it looks like someone in chat's using the bets tab where they can go to vi.gg to place their bets on this match or any other matches in the SMW tournament. And if
I just realized we never got rid of the winner. I just realized we never got rid of the winner taking our deisui. So if anyone noticed that, we have fixed that. Stream is normal now.
And they seem to have no problem with the door, which is commonly known as the final boss.
Yeah, the door is a very, very difficult final boss. You want to make sure you beat the door. It takes optimal hammer strats to take that door down. Sometimes a chainsaw helps. Anyway, both runners in the Iggy fight, and both runners...
Yep, no poverty Iggy's.
Yeah. I don't see Iggy. Where's Iggy?
He's swimming.
He must really like that lava to just be down there as they walk in, you know?
Takes longer to blow up the castle.
Yeah, by comparison, it takes a lot longer. Like, why just blow up the castle? Just kill Iggy, take the egg, and move on.
A lot of cutscenes in this game.
Is walking on the map considered a cutscene?
Not really.
No. Even without that, yeah, it's still a significant number. It takes probably about a couple minutes easily out of your run.
And that's why it's better just to get the orb at the end of the level, so it just ends the level without having to do all that. That fun stuff, that fun crap.
What orb? There's no circular object in this level. Anyway, we're on to the first part of the slow part of the run again here. So, welcome to swimming with fishies. Because it makes more sense than swimming with putaboos.
Yep. We'll see some good putaboo swimming later.
Maybe. So we gotta switch their shell for the P switch. There we go.
They like the P.
Yeah, you gotta like the P. We seem to have a freeze on Sten for the moment. Yeah, Sten seems to have frozen for a moment. We will try to get his stream back here. deisui, meanwhile, is finished Yoshi or Donut Secret 1. We can assume at this point Sten is probably also finished Donut Secret 1. Anyway, and we don't have any audio for deisui. Unfortunately, we can't use his audio, so we are going to have a temporary loss of audio here. We'll put something on for you guys here.
No, you can just listen to our voices.
Yeah, you can listen to our voices and some lovely instrumental music you'll hear in the channel that we don't get to hear. So you'll get to hear that temporarily while we wait for the audio to come. So a little more awkward for us because we're hearing silence. So,
it's but in any case, my volume lowered anyway.
Yeah. So deisui going into the first of the flyovers. Well, the second flyover if you count Don't Please One again, but the first of a series of flyovers here.
And misses the flight. So I had to run back and get another flight.
And
Sten is sing in chat. Someone wants you to sing Cyclone.
We can't really sync when we have a runner frozen, so it's kind of hard to do. I mean, I'd have to pause both runners to be able to sync it here. That's not going to work. Anyway, Sten noted that the PC that was streaming just died. That's why the stream is down. Said it should be back up soon. So we'll get him back up as soon as we are able to get him. So he is still running in the meantime.
Sten will return having already killed Bowser.
Sten will return after this commercial message. Insert a commercial. Insert a commercial about orbs here.
Or moon pearls.
Pearl. So yeah, we will not panic at this point. We will just watch deisui going through. And look, Sten is back. We don't have a timer for him at this point, so we're going to have to accept that we don't have a timer at this point. If this goes to race 3, we'll fix that and try and get the timer back for race 3. But for now, we won't worry about it. We'll get the audio back for it.
Looks like they're at the same point.
Yep, he didn't lose a lot of time. This is where things kind of started going awry last time. deisui didn't get the fly. He gets it this time. Sten got a lead on him at this point in the last race. Where things really started to unravel for Sten was in Donut Plains, or sorry, Vanilla Dome 1, which is right after this. So I don't predict either runner having problems with Roy. They're both in the door. They're going to get the quick kill with the Fire Flower. 2 shots. Bing, bing, boom. See you later. And that's 2 Koopa Kids down. We only see 5 in this run, but 2 are down now, and we're going to get to see more of the castle construction mechanics of Yoshi's Island.
More cutscenes.
I mean, if it was possible to kung fu a building like this...
and stomp on it.
Don't question Nintendo logic. It wrecks your mind. Buildings are constructed this way.
Little Yoshi trapped in his egg saying thank you.
Thank you. Yoshi, Yoshi.
I didn't know they actually spoke. I thought they just said Yoshi, Yoshi.
Or ow.
Arr. So, we have, and it looks like Sten did get a Yoshi along the way, so he has his safety Yoshi. He didn't want to risk the problems with the... We couldn't see that in the castle, but now we can see that. He used the Yoshi for the jump here. He did not want to risk losing a lot of time again to a runner like deisui, so he took the couple-second time loss to get Yoshi.
Last tournament Yoshi we saw was Mike the Pawn Stars run, when he got his safety Yoshi.
Sten loses the fly here. He's going to have to go the long way.
Oof, that's going to cost a couple of seconds.
Not too much time. Again, it just takes a small mistake from deisui to get that back. That is considered a small mistake. It's not run killing. It's run killing if you're on a PV pace, but it's not considered a huge kill at this point in a race. So welcome to the next flyover, Vanilla Secret 2, because, you know, it is more of a flyover than Vanilla Secret 1.
deisui got his 15 bonus stars.
Again, we will not be
for bonus game.
Again, we will not be collecting 100 of those because that will take us to a very, very slow and very, very annoying bonus game that we have to collect 1-ups.
And it looks like the SRL timer is still being tracked, Shadow Man. So you are correct.
Okay, I have to give a shout out for the Chuck Norris meme in the chat. Yes, he could destroy a castle with a single kick. He is better than Mario in that.
And more flying over with the dolphins. Lots of flyovers in No Star World. Things are really going to start to pick up when we get to Butterbridge Run 1.
Yeah, that's the absolute most fantastic stage in the game. But in the meantime, before we get there, welcome to the slow running portion of the run, or what should we call this? Just speed swimming?
Yep.
Welcome to the speed swimming section of the run, ladies and gentlemen. In speed swimming, you just press A repeatedly. Just press A repeatedly and push up and down and maneuver where you go, and you're good.
Some of these runners might get complacent and get hit because he swims so slow. But not these two.
Yeah, when you run this game, I don't want to say thousands, but at least hundreds of times, like these runners surely have, then you most likely know how to maneuver yourself in the stages like that.
Got Reznor blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Sten's going to pick up a little time with that. With his clean Reznor kill.
I didn't see where he lost time there, but he did, as you said, just get some of that time right back. So it's fairly close race again. I'm trying to track the timer. Since we only have deisui, I'm going to use deisui's timer to compare a 4-second difference.
Deisui was going a little slow at the Reznor fight. He bonked into the wall.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw deisui bonked on Reznor. I didn't see where Sten lost time. Oh, look at that. Swag pound to the ground. Because, you know, why not? Oh, it was the one time he couldn't fly. That's where he lost time. I did comment on that. My bad. 2 Yoshi's coins on one screen? Blasphemy. So,
no, Sten!
Oh no, Sten!
He got buttered.
Pause. Why did you pause?
Oof.
And just like that, he forfeited. He is done racing. He has given up on this.
GG though, Sten. Gave it a good try.
Oh, I think it still was too early to call a forfeit in that because again, anything could have happened. But he decided he's not gonna make it, so he's given up. Unfortunately, really hate to see that. So that means since we don't have audio for deisui, again, you guys get to hear lovely instrumental music while we have awkward silence on our ends. Please enjoy the music while we talk about what deisui is up to here, which is basically Resident Sleepering the rest of Butterbridge 1. And he is going for some dangerous swag here. He did get it, though.
Now he's gonna have fun with the run.
Yeah, he's just gonna show off now. He can see the Astral channel, and I'm sure he's watching the stream too. So he would see that Sten has forfeit and is going to just do whatever he can to show off.
Dying in Butterbridge 1, though, can induce enough rage to where it's like, I'm going to just call it quits for the day. I feel Sten with that.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I understand completely.
Sten still is a really good runner, though.
He is. You don't get to a 33.12 if you're not a good runner. And that's only 20 seconds off, or 22 seconds, I think, now off the world record. So, still a top runner, just had a bad
14th
day.
Place on the NSW leaderboards. Still very impressive.
And there's hundreds of people on that board, just to clarify that.
Oh, definitely. 172 to be exact.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we are looking at just a single runner at this point, and we know that deisui, unless he has some really, really, really significant problem, like his power going out, God forbid, that's what it would take to put Sten back. That would be what it would take to put Sten back in this race, because there would be a rematch, most likely at that point, unless deisui had a save, which he probably would.
I've seen power outages in the Zelda runs, the randomizer runs.
Oh, I have too. I've some tournaments do have special rules for those too, and it does vary by tournament. But depending on the tournament, you don't have. Sometimes you don't have plans for that. Often it comes down to what the runners prefer to do in a situation like that. This is not the situation we're facing here, though, so we're not going to worry about that.
No. And we just see a boo on Sten's screen. A big boo.
Yeah, in the background. We're not gonna obviously pull deisui's. Sorry.
So that's a nice looking background.
Yeah, it's a nice little background. I was talking to someone else, and he says, "I want to play that stage. That looks like a great stage."
Maybe in a hack.
Yeah,
tons of hacks out there.
Exactly.
Made by some of our runners too.
Yeah. I think there was, what was the ROM hack that was played? There was a ROM hack. Super Mario Brothers 3 Mix was actually played at AGDQ this year. It was actually funny when I'm looking at the schedule prior to the event. I'm going down and I'm like, wait a second. I played that. And it was years ago. I started doing the maps for the game because I used to love making maps at one point. But I'm suddenly like, I played that. Why is that here? I couldn't believe it.
Oh, you've made Mario maps before?
Pardon me?
You've made Mario maps before?
Does Super Mario Maker count?
Oh, Mario Maker. Hope they bring that to the Switch. That game was fun.
The level, my favorite
we're gonna
level.
see if deisui
Yeah,
gets
we're gonna see if
clip.
Yeah, we're gonna see if deisui gets the Yoshi clip here. I know my favorite level in that game also wasn't Mario World themed. I think I used the new Super Mario Brothers for the level that I liked the best. But who knows? I don't forget. It was a long time ago. deisui doesn't get the Yoshi clip here.
Yoshi said
second try, and bye, Yoshi. That's your last Yoshi of the run, ladies and gentlemen. Say bye.
Later, Yosh. Not invoking the commentator's curse at all there.
We tried. And a 1-up flies into the air and doesn't come back down because, you know, water physics. For those coming in late, what happened to Sten is he took a death on Butterbridge 1 and decided he had enough, so he threw in the towel.
And he had like quite a bit of problems in his first race as well, so he was just having a bad night.
Yeah, just a really bad night for him. Like we said, he's not a bad runner at all, just not having a good day. I think he'll still be happy with his placing in the tournament, but I just don't think he won't be happy with how it finished.
Yeah. There's an all castles tournament coming up in a few months.
Is he better at that run?
Soon. Yeah, he is actually.
I'll definitely look forward to seeing him in that tournament. He should probably be a favorite in that, I would imagine.
All castles, he's top 3 on the leaderboards.
Yeah, like I said, he'll be a favorite in that, so we'll look forward to that in the next few months.
And nice flying here in Roy. Roy flight is also another thing that it looks easy, but it's actually not so easy.
Yeah, you have to know where those fireballs are. It is a very, very scary. It's very, very scary to do that because you have to be at the top when you come out. You have to know where the fireballs are. You have to know when to do the dive, go up, and if you try, you can't just do it staying low the whole time because you're not going to get back up in time to get over the gap. You have to literally do that careful fly over the fireballs. If you don't do it, you're not going to make it. Very, very scary. So he did do very well at that castle, and Mario, being the demolitions expert he is, stared at the exploding castle eye to eye and took explosion to the face.
And thanks for the 20 bits, Indiana.
Didn't lose his cape, though, which is remarkable.
Yeah, he's still good on cape, flying strong.
And rocket fly. There it is again.
They were pretty close when the buttering happened, actually.
Yeah, they went in only about a second or two apart. They were on a pretty even pace. And like I said, Sten could have kept going and probably could have had a chance if something were to go wrong for deisui coming up. That would have been Sten's chance. But so far, he's, except for that one miss on the Yoshi clip, he's been pretty clear.
No swag strats where he spin jumps on that guy's head and spin jumps on the fire.
Yeah, the boo with the purifying fire. He gets through cleanly and exits, ironically, under a sign that says exit. moving on to Chocolate Secret 2. Once again, he wants to get to the third map with 250 or more seconds remaining. Otherwise, it's a different map, and we need that map.
So you got to go fast. No, it's like in the first 45 seconds of butter.
Yeah.
Where it happened.
Yeah, or you're talking about Sten, yeah. I like to call this level the randomizer level of the Super Mario World run. Except that if the runners know the mechanics for how to get each map to come up. So it's not entirely random. It just feels like randomizer when you're playing it casually if you don't know what's going on.
He should have got an 11 bonus stars then.
Hmm?
But no. We're seeing some.
I'm not sure where you're going there, but
they said they should replace the left video with deisui's first run.
If only that was technologically possible for us to do, it would be an interesting comparison. But no, we can't do that, unfortunately. Nice idea, though. I give you props for that, whoever said that.
Gate credit. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a second round. Sten forfeited the second round. He lost the first one.
Yeah, indeed. This is race 2. As you can see underneath deisui's timer, he does have that first one lit up. So he is going to get that second one, provided he actually finishes this run, which it will probably take a lightning strike or something like that to fry the system to cause that to not happen.
Let's see if we get a clean Wendy this time. This stage takes tons of practice to get perfect.
Interesting question, chat. I'm going to look up, so I'll answer that question in chat in a moment.
It didn't look like any of the quarterfinals are scheduled yet. I know Ben, I think, might be having a race on Friday.
Yeah, I was just getting a confirmation of that. I'm looking at the Speed Gaming schedule directly right now. No races in the quarterfinals are scheduled yet. There will be 4 to look forward to, and depending on how they're scheduled, you may actually see 2 at once, depending how they're scheduled. So if that happens, and look forward for it. So deisui has finished the final of the Koopa Kid cast we're going to see. We only get to see 5 in this run. So if you're a fan of Lemmy or Larry, sorry, not going to see them. They don't deserve a visit from us today. They're the unwanted children. Those spoiled brats. Though I would have thought Wendy was more of a spoiled brat, but what do you know?
Top 8 stuff's going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to miss that either. Really close races. Top of their game.
I expect every one of those contests to be close. This that top 8 is where these bracket predictions are going to either be solid or they're going to fall completely apart. And running on the predictions right now, I'm actually surprised, but I'm in 8th place on the bracket predictions, so I'm doing pretty good for my guess.
Yeah, you're I think you're 3rd place on there on the brackets.
No, I'm 8th. I'm only 3 points behind, I think. I did pick deisui for the win, but I think the top 3 all picked deisui for the win too. That's why I said at the start that he's the favorite, but Sten can still knock him off and mess with our predictions. It could have happened.
Nice boo ring glitch there. Despawn.
And we are in the falling room of the sunken ghost ship, and we're going to have to take dibs on who should get the honor here. Once again, we're... Sorry?
I said I'll do it.
All right. We are killing some Koopas here, again, to get rid of some of the leg. And now we're going through the coins. We have no choice but to collect those coins, so we do have to accept the leg from those. And, ladies and gentlemen...
It's time for the orb.
Round circular object. Moon pearl. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Hacksaw from GDQ.
I like the Moon Pearl one since I call a lot of Link to the Past randomizer too, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely. Some people get pissed off about that though. Like they say they'll block anyone who says orb on there. It's pretty funny.
On what?
On the randomizer.
Oh.
When someone picks up the Moon Pearl and the chat says orb.
Some people appreciate it better than others. That's all I'll say.
Exactly.
But to be honest, like you said, that meme pretty much got its death at AGDQ, got overused this year, so I don't see it lasting too much longer.
Nope.
Maybe in this community, but not everywhere else. Anyway, Valley of Bowser 2 is now underway.
Sandbar.
And he's going to go for it. He's just going to go for the swag to show it off if he can.
Yeah, he's got to show us all that he can do a sandbar.
He missed it the first race. He was trying to do it to show off then. He's going to try and do it again. Has to try it. Has to try it. And get
he's
it.
Got it.
Has to try it. Has to get it. So that's a bit of a time save. Now, I think deisui did have a problem with one of the Reznor fights, so I'm sure he's not on world record pace at this time, but or even on PB pace. But I'm still seeing a solid 33, low 33 coming out of this.
Will he try the second sandbar clip in the next room?
No point try that one. Absolutely no reason. I actually didn't even know it existed until I saw someone doing it in practice one day, and I'm like, oh, you can do that there too? Interesting.
I was watching Silver do that in practice.
That was who it was. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Silver has been trying to get that world record quite a bit lately. A lot of practicing.
So deisui going through the final fort, and can't really say much more about this than I said in the first run. He did the same tricks there that I talked about then. Not doing this, doing the screen scroll and then doing the P speed to get through these as quick as possible without losing time. Oh, takes a hit there though. We're gonna have to wait for the cape. Oh, and has to go back for the fireball.
Good thing he didn't get double hit.
Yeah, he didn't get double hit. If you get stuck in the middle of that spike, that is the absolute worst place to be on any map, because not only do you lose the item that you currently have on you, the item that you have in your item block falls down, and you get killed in the quote-unquote wall that is considered to be the middle of the spike. So you literally get a triple whammy all in one hit. So that would be something you would see on pressure
mode for that.
Too bad they stop at double whammies.
The Crusher emote, where it shows Mario died of the Crusher. It's one of the Carrick emotes. And we got the Bowser.
And here we are once again in the Bowser fight because, well, you have to do it. Cue epic orchestral music. Whoa!
Which is just basic Super Mario music on their end.
Correct me if I'm wrong. deisui doesn't do interviews, correct? Or will he come in?
I'm not sure. I'm not. I wonder if Sten's going to do an interview.
I might have lost my co-commentator.
No, I'm still here. I got kicked for a second. That was weird. You still there? Was having some technical difficulties about that. Sorry about that. And then it looks like he's got the Bowser kill. Cyclone, you there? GG deisui. Hey, did that fix it? That's weird.
Hey, does that work now?
Okay, I think I'm back now. Can chat hear me? Are you back, Frank?
Yeah, I'm back. I have no clue what happened.
Yeah, we seem to have had a Discord outage of some sort, so I apologize. I was talking and I didn't hear Frank replying, and then I noticed that Frank disappeared, and then I noticed that I had a connection issue, and I concluded that Discord was just having a temper tantrum. So, sorry we didn't really get to commentate the end of that. The time that deisui put up, I'm going to get back my screen back in front of here because I've been moving around now.
33:26.
Yep. His official SRL time, in fact, was a 33:41, which is obviously, we're going to assume 33:26 in this case. deisui does not speak English, he says, so he's not going to be joining us. He will just be doing his own thing, obviously, on his own stream. But GG to deisui. And to sum up, that was a 2-0 victory for deisui. Sten, unfortunately, forfeit the second game after falling behind. deisui did have a good enough second run that, in hindsight, it wouldn't have mattered in this case too much. Sten would have probably come second anyway. But it just sucks the way he went out. I'm sure he wishes he had a closer race to finish it off.
Yeah, it happens.
Indeed.
Is Sten going to be joining us, or what's going on with that?
I'm going to assume no, because he left the IRC very quickly, and I'm sure he just wants to forget this race.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably better we just wrap it up at this point anyway. So let's cover what's coming up on the schedule here, because there are events going on this evening. Actually, no, the events this evening are done. Let me instead get to tomorrow. The events are going on tomorrow. Give me a moment here while I do that. It's 12:32 a.m. My calendar should be changed over. Yes, it is.
Yeah, same for me.
So the first match of the day tomorrow is a Deltarune tournament match. There's another one at 3 o'clock. They're both listed for the Speed Gaming main channel. I want to say this is probably, since they're on the main channel, they're probably very important matches. I think they're getting into the later stages of that tournament. I could be mistaken. I honestly don't know. But if you want to know what's going on with that tournament, tune in to starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow and again at 3 o'clock to see what's going on with those Deltarune matches. It's I'm sure they're getting late in their tournament as well, just like we are, and I'm sure they would love to talk about what they're doing as well. So feel free to give them some support as well and join them tomorrow. We have a link to the past randomizer daily race, and this is a regular thing. Monday to Friday, we're going to have daily races at 2 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Tomorrow's races are a standard mode, and then in the evening, a cross-world entrance shuffle. If you have not seen Link to the Past randomizer, this will not be normal to you, but trust me, it is chaotic. You will probably enjoy it. You may want to come watch that at 9 o'clock. Channel not yet assigned. Keep an eye on the schedule for that. There's also a Super Metroid Link to the Past randomized race. I believe this is a tournament race. I'll check the runners here for it. It is between Aussie 101 and HCFW Esker. So those are the. I'm probably butchering that name. I apologize. So those are the runners at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Again, channel not yet assigned. And then at 11 o'clock, there's a Metroid 1 or Zelda 1 Metroid 1, the NES games community race. And this is again a combo randomizer, just like the 7:30 race. This is a combo randomizer for the NES games. That's what's on the schedule right now for tomorrow. There may be more events added that we don't know about yet. Keep an eye on the schedule, speedgaming.org/schedule. As for this tournament, no races are scheduled yet in this tournament. Coming up in the top 8. We are officially in the top 8 now again. Top 16 is done. So in the top 8, or actually, no, let me just get the link again here if I can find it. You can either type schedule in chat, or you can just go to speedgaming.org/SMW, stating that for our YouTube community, those who want to come watch the races live, speedgaming.org/SMW. You can find it when the race is on. You can come join us here in the chat and chat with us, communicate with us. We'll chat with you in the chat with you while we're calling the race. We love to have new people. Come join us. So with that said, Frank Audubon, I think you said, again, this was your first race. How did you enjoy your first commentary?
It was very enjoyable. The race didn't turn out well because of what happened, but
unfortunately,
early forfeit, but it happens, and it was a fun race.
Yep, it happens. Unfortunately, that's how it works sometimes, and nothing you can do about it. Just get ready for the next race. There'll be more races. There'll be more tournaments. You can always get more runs in, obviously. So, yeah, I guess that we can wrap it up there. So thank you again, Frank, for joining me. But more importantly, thank you, chat, for joining both of us. Thank you, chat, for joining both of us, because without you, we couldn't do what we do. We'd be talking to screens basically wasting our time. So we're happy to be able to talk about this with you guys and explain everything going on as it goes on here. So thank you, chat, for joining us. Thank you again, Frank, for joining me. And I want to say good night to everyone, and happy orb hunting.
Yep. Have a good night, guys. Laters.
Good night.